All right, hello, Mr. Smith. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. My name's Dominic. I'm your student nurse for today, and you're here for your just clinical checkup
Yes.
today? All right, very good. I had a few other questions that I did want to mention, though. Some other things I wanted to bring up, if it's okay with you. I noticed on here that you are a smoker, and it said that you smoke quite a bit. So I just kind of, is that okay if we talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
Could you kind of give me just a backdrop of how much you smoke, or like what's your typical smoke routine, or
Okay, yeah.
backdrop.
I guess I've been smoking since I was 14 years old.
Okay.
Recently, I guess I'm up to 2 packs a day of Camel unfiltered.
Okay.
I really like going out and smoke breaks with my friends, and
Yeah.
it's just a really good way for me to relieve my stress and my anxiety from work and everything else.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, gotcha. So do you have any smoking in the family? Like, does your family, is that your parents or anything?
my dad smoked,
Okay.
and he was a smoker for a very long time, and he developed lung cancer, and he eventually passed away
Okay.
at 66.
Okay,
So.
gotcha. All right. Well, I'd like to talk about some things. I know that this amount of smoking is at an unhealthy level, and you may be aware of this as well. But I kind of want to talk about some things that maybe could help you cut back on your smoking. If that's okay, could I offer some advice on this subject? All right, very good.
Yeah, sure.
So some of the things that we like to think about when we're trying to conquer an issue like this is think about maybe your dad or someone like that who you can see the negative effects of smoking, and it's really good to kind of put that into perspective when you're thinking about cutting back. I'm just this is outside of safe limits, the amount that you're smoking 2 packs, so I'm just kind of concerned for your health and
Okay.
and do you think your COPD or anything might be correlated to the smoking?
Yeah, my dad had COPD as well,
Okay.
so I assume he got his from his smoking habits.
Right, right.
It has worsened. It has worsened my ability to breathe. I know
Okay.
I take albuterol 2 puffs a day now to
Okay.
prevent, because I have trouble breathing. Sometimes at night, I have trouble breathing as well, or when I'm just walking around or trying to exercise.
Right.
It's just really hard, and I don't know, I'm kind of afraid to quit smoking, because I feel like that helps me reduce my anxiety and my stress.
Okay, right.
And I fear that if I were to quit, maybe it would worsen my depression
Okay.
that I've been working on. So
Okay.
I guess I know it's kind of hurting me, but at the same time it's also helping me, I think.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you kind of see the smoking as something protecting you from slipping back into depression. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Well, one thing I'd like to point out is that definitely one of the reasons why you were so successful at conquering your depression was because we came up with a plan. We came up with a way that we were going to conquer this step by step. And so I kind of like to offer the same thing for smoking, if we could, maybe. If that's okay with you. Okay, so let's write down some of the pros of quitting. So what do you think some of the pros of quitting are going to be for you?
I think it would definitely make my family a lot more happy.
Okay.
I have a brother, and I really love my niece. My brother doesn't smoke,
Right.
and because I think he realized what it did to my dad, and so I'm not allowed to smoke around my niece. So
Okay.
if I'm smoking, I can't be around her, and I love hanging out with her. I love
Okay.
taking her to the zoo and everything like that.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I think maybe I could be a role model for her in quitting and showing her that you can change and have a healthier lifestyle.
Okay.
I think that would definitely help with my happiness as well.
Okay.
And it would, I guess, help with my overall health with my COPD and everything.
So other than your brother, do you think you'd have other support systems as well to kind of help you through this? Anybody else that could help you, cut back or be a good encouragement?
Yeah, I have a friend who's kind of like me. We kind of smoke to keep ourselves calm and keep
Okay,
our
yep.
anxiety down. And I know he's expressed interest in quitting, so I think that maybe we could talk about it and maybe try to do it together as
Yeah,
well.
definitely. All right. So, all these motivators, there's one more thing that I really would like to kind of bring to your attention is that if you remember the group therapy from when we were talking about your depression, did those groups help you a lot when you were going through that, or did that seem to be a really good tool for you to help?
Yeah, it definitely helped me a lot with what I was doing with. It was kind of nice to be able to know that I'm not the only one trying to go
Right.
through it and the only one struggling, and it helped me meet more people and kind of got me with friends who were all going towards the same goal. So I think that would definitely help if maybe I did a group therapy.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah, I definitely, if it's all right with you, as part of our plan to kind of, if you're ready, let's see. Let's try this. We have this little tool here. It's called the readiness ruler. So this is going to be on a scale of 0 to 10, which 0 is that you're not ready to quit, and then 10 is you're ready to quit. Where do you think you're falling right now on this ruler?
I think I was probably around like a 1 or 2 when we first started. I didn't really even think about this.
Okay.
But I guess now I'm probably around a 4 or 5.
Okay. All right. And what makes you that instead of maybe a 7 or 8?
Because I'm a little hesitant because I haven't really put much thought on this, but I'm sure that if we get a good plan, I could get up there eventually.
All right, very good. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so one of the things we're going to do is I will get you hooked up with some resources for groups that are going to help you stop it. So that smoking, I don't want to say smoking groups because that's not what it is, but a group for helping stop smoking. So I'll get you supplied with those before you leave today. But there's also a hotline you can call as well if you're wanting some more advice on this. And it's 1-800-STOP-SMOKING if you want to write that down.
Okay.
And so I think what we could do is maybe get you set up with these groups, and also you have that hotline to call. But one more thing we could do is when we're trying to conquer something like this, because like you said, it can be really daunting. It's really scary, right? Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go back to the depression. That is not a good experience, and this smoking, I think, is helping me stay out of that. So that's really scary, right? Mm-hmm. So one of the things we want to do is start with small goals. So we want to start with something that you can achieve, and it's not really going to be a very difficult thing to do. So what do you think a good goal for you would be, maybe say within the next 2 weeks?
I don't think I could go cold turkey right off the bat. I think that would just be a little bit too stressful for me. But I think maybe if I tried to reduce my smoking to maybe 1 pack a day.
Okay, yeah, definitely. And maybe, in 2 weeks, if we've achieved that goal, then we could probably, maybe up it a little bit more until you're eventually hopefully going to be stopping smoking completely. But I think that's a good step to kind of go one piece at a time. So let's do that. And then I would like to set up, if it's okay with you, in 2 weeks, a follow-up appointment to kind of, see how you're doing, see how things are going.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that's okay with
definitely.
you. All right, very good. But is there anything else? Any other situational things that you think could help you? Because I know you said smoking reduces your anxiety, or like any anxiety, or kind of calms you and everything. What are some other tools you think you could use instead of smoking that would maybe help you, become more calm and fight away any kind of depression or anything like that?
I guess I could start by not putting myself in the situation.
Okay.
I kind of, like the social aspect of smoking during smoke breaks, going out with the guys and just talking and taking a nice relaxing break. But maybe if I found out some other way to spend my break, maybe not going outside to smoke, but hanging inside, maybe just organizing my desk and stuff like that.
Definitely.
I think that could definitely help me out so I'm not in this situation to begin with.
Okay, yeah, and then there's one last thing I want to mention is that something that's really powerful in helping keep us calm and, really put together is exercise. And, maybe that we could start small with maybe like 30 minutes of exercise every day, and I think that would really help you cope. Instead of pulling out a pack of cigarettes, maybe you could, go on a walk. 30-minute walk and something like that. So
I can definitely start trying to do that.
All right, well, I'll get you those resources, and we'll set up the follow-up appointment for 2 weeks, and I'll see you then.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Nick. All right, bye. 8:33 is a little bit about. It wasn't your 8 flat. That was so impressive, but oh man, nice. Thank you so much for talking so much. I was like, Nick's doing a great job.
It's so awkward. It's like, okay, I gotta stretch this out.
Right, you gotta slow it down. Oh.